What is happening when it comes to the Kelly Clarkson show? Is it going to get the same Ellen treatment because these staffers are speaking out? Hey guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back at again, it is daily and consistent content, keeping you guys updated with the pop culture that is happening right now. And the Kelly Clarkson show, which is a fresh breath of air. You know, she sings on the show, she has great guests, it's worked out very well. I think she's proved a lot of people wrong, but it looks like things might be heading down south for her and the show, considering the damning allegations that have obviously come out when it comes to this article. Whew. Behind the scenes, employees say they were overworked, underpaid, and that working at the show was traumatizing to their mental health, describing the Kelly Clarkson show as a toxic environment. These employees are veterans in the entertainment industry who know the potential downsides of working in a high-pressure environment like daytime television, and are disappointed to see this culture perpetuated on a show that had a chance to make a difference in the industry. One current and 10 former employees spoke to Rolling Stone under the condition of being anonymous and out of fear, and said they're confident the talk show host doesn't have a sense of how unhappy employees are with the working conditions. So it doesn't actually directly involve Kelly Clarkson, unlike people accusing stuff of Ellen. However, it doesn't really get her off the hook, because either if they change the team or not, it's still going to make Kelly look bad in a way. NBC's protecting the show because it's their new money maker, but Kelly has no clue. A second former employee adds, "I remember going up on the roof of the stage to cry and be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why am I putting myself through all of this?" NBC did not provide a comment. The Kelly Clarkson show leads in the ratings compared to its competitors, boasting 1.4 million daily viewers as of December 2022. That is insane, and growing in numbers year after year. The Emmy Award-winning show is helmed by executive producer and showrunner Duda, who previously served as a producer for the Steve Harvey and the Tyra Banks show, and it's going to be renewed through its 6th season in 2025. So, you know, it's doing really well. 1.4 million viewers daily is insane. Former employees say the toxic behavior behind the scenes starts with Duda. People think that she's a monster and that she's been really rude to people. The current employee, as well as former 10 employees, are under the impression she isn't aware of how bad things are, which is good. Not really good, but like the fact that, you know, people might be disappointed in Kelly, that she might be perpetuating this. They say there's a divide between the scenes between staffers who are favored and those who are not. Former employees are frustrated, nothing is going to HR, the complaints are just being left, and the worse it will get as the seasons go on. So, of course, you know, one employee said they recently quit working at the show because a producer yelled and cursed at them multiple times on stage. They developed anxiety from the way they were treated at work, and they would regularly vomit and exhibit physical signs of sickness. The job deteriorated my mental health. The second employee says they took a leave of absence because their mental health was also suffering. They say they were bullied, intimidated by producers who went out of their way to make staffers feel scared. According to the staffer, this prompted them to take a month away from the job and see a psychiatrist. So, you know, it really is ripping the mental health. A third employee say they even had a follow-up call with HR regarding the issues, and the HR rep told them they found the producers' behavior unprofessional, but ultimately those same producers ended up getting promotions. You see, I think HR is pretty pointless because you're going within the building to try and fix the issue, when what you really need to do is break the building down and rebuild it. Like, that's what you do when you've got problems in infrastructure in buildings. You need to take everything down to rebuild it. You're not going to try and fix one wall or cladding in some area. You need to change up the whole thing. Not me being an architect, not me my architect bag. Anyways, a fourth employee says they quit the show after they felt bullied, picked on, and put in uncomfortable positions by executive producer Duda. The former employee, who was white, says one time in a conversation about wanting to diversify Clarkson's audience, Duda asked them, "Why don't black people want to come to the show? Why don't black people want to see Kelly?" The same former employee says they were approached by HR to participate in an investigation. A fifth employee says their production manager was verbally abusive, and they will walk around in eggshells. So, you know, it's just ongoing. There's so many of these employees. A sixth one says they were reprimanded by producers for asking how executive producers were going to have the show address the anti-Asian hate crimes. And they were told off basically not to address this stuff. So, guys, it's just a lot in this Rolling Stone article. Kelly Clarkson obviously spoke out and said, "In my 20 years in the industry, I always lead with my heart and believe to be what's right." So, you know, she obviously is shocked by this and is committed to grow and change and, you know, make everything be fine. I think that she will be fine. I think the show will be fine. But of course, this isn't really a good look for the Kelly Clarkson show, which is on a high, which is in a position where ratings are climbing constantly. And, you know, it's doing really well and being renewed constantly, and is an Emmy Award-winning show. Singers transitioning to shows, actors transitioning to talk shows, to me, it's interesting. Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Hudson, Drew Barrymore, all of the shows are doing really well at a time where, you know, previous slots by Ellen and Wendy Williams have gone. So there's a lot of space here to play with, and hopefully one of them sticks. And it looks like the Kelly Clarkson show has taken that place, and Drew Barrymore for her, you know, the way she presents. But I think the Jennifer Hudson show, she is finding it quite good as well. She's getting the guests on. I'm seeing clips here and there, and I think they are doing well. In my opinion, I think that they've taken over this Sherri Shepherd show. I think I haven't seen much of Sherri. I think her stuff is very different to Wendy. So it's just interesting to see what goes on. But it really isn't good for Kelly Clarkson's show. It's not good for PR wise. It's not good because it reminds everybody of the Ellen show. The Ellen show ended because of this. You know, it was going to that area because of so much stuff that Ellen was doing. So perhaps because it wasn't Kelly Clarkson, as it's being reported right now, who knows what might take place. But, you know, it just shows that it could be, I don't know, these are just damning allegations, and a lot of people are coming out with their mental health and etc. It's similar to shows like Love is Blind. We love these shows, but what is going on where, you know, people are being treated unfairly and being abused? Like, it's chaos. It truly is chaos. But it's interesting when you have actors and singers who go into the talking show element, because it's like, what about the other people who just want to go into talking shows and don't have a pre-platform to do so, you know? And I feel like, you know, are we missing out on a lot of good presenters and content creators and, you know, people who want to go into that form of having their own talk show? I just find that to be interesting. Anyways, let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this. Subscribe to the channel, guys, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another quick video.